Hello guys, and welcome to a Whatever Wednesday stream. Boy howdy, am I very loud. I'm going to turn my mic down just a little teeny weeny bit. Sorry, I noticed that I keep spiking into yellow. I've been having some audio issues with my mic recently, so I'm trying to not have that. For this week's Whatever Wednesday, we're going to be doing an extra special release day stream of Draugen, as you can probably tell. This is a game from Red Thread Games, even, who made Dreamful Chapters, which is one of my favourite games of all time ever. It is written by...
It's John.
Hi, Pixie Pix! Thank you very much for the host, it is very much appreciated. My little alert thingy has apparently decided not to go off, so I do apologise for that, but, thank you for the host. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Never mind. Okay, there we go. Sorry, mystery solved, I think. Anyway, oh, it seems to have gotten very loud, so let me fuck around with my audio a little bit, I apologise. Also involved in this game is Ragnar Tornquist, who wrote a lot of The Secret World and wrote Dreamfall, this lovely, excellent series that I love a whole great deal. I know almost next to nothing, like, I've really managed to avoid spoiling myself. I've not read any reviews, I've not read anything. Literally all I've done is log in and get it set up for stream. So, without any further ado, we are gonna head in. Wow, would you look at that seamless transition? I'm so good at this. Also, I do still have a bit of a cough, so I am going to be coughing throughout, for which I do apologise. I'm trying not to, but then, it's when I'm talking a lot, which obviously I do on stream. Also appear to have something stuck in my throat, which is unhelpful. If need be, I'll just go get a throat lozenge. Oh, we may have... No, all good. I may have to turn my graphics down a little bit. Hi, Rahela! I hope you're doing well. Okay, well, we're off to a bad start. I may have to turn my graphics down. That's not great. I have next to nothing running at the same time, so...
The water's cold.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo. You're such a wet blanket, teddy bear.
You know I don't like it when you call me...
Edward Charles Harden, Esquire.
Will
Hi,
you promise to
Crazy!
behave?
No, I have literally just started.
Lissie, promise.
Oh, piffle and phonus balonus, Teddy. You ought to know better than to ask.
Yeah, exciting.
Yes, I'll behave. I'll be a proper young lady. I shan't run or climb things or laugh too loud or call anyone old bean. Aside from you.
Oh, this is so pretty. Oh.
So,
Hi, friend.
do you think we'll find your Betty in, what did you call this village? Gravewick?
Grovik. Yes, I do.
Why here? What's so special about Greywoke?
She never said. But knowing my sister...
I love
something
Lissie
drew
already.
her here.
I've been well hyped for this game for
Just
ages.
do. In her letter, she wrote about...
But that's months ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Without writing or telegraphing her editor in New York, she wouldn't do that. Betty's...
Oh, the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, Little Miss Perfect.
Alice, you're talking about my sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Sidarb. We all love her dearly. And Teddy Bear. Edward. We will find her. Betty's fine. Why, we'll see her as soon as
Okay,
we
as
get
soon
to
as we
shore.
get off, I'm going to turn my graphics down a
She'll
little
shower you
bit.
with kisses and berate you for coming all this way from Hanover, Massachusetts to the middle of absolutely nowhere Scandinavia way just to chase her down.
Also going to turn off
Norway.
the stacked.
Everything will be Jake, old fruit.
Me too.
Is that
God.
it? Is that Groovewoke? It looks so peaceful and beautiful and so desolate, like a place built for ghosts.
God, it does look
Finally.
beautiful.
I don't think I could do this for much longer.
Turn my audio up a little bit.
Can't you row any faster? I'm getting frightfully bored.
How about you take over, Alice?
You slay me, Teddy, old bean.
I love her already.
Was that thunder?
Still distant. The boat will be in safe harbor by the time the weather arrives.
So you say. But I say put your back into it, because we're sitting ducks out here. Quack, quack.
She's great, and I love her.
It's so quiet. Where is everyone?
Probably working. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. A couple of things. Visuals. Quality preset. Gonna turn that down to high. That should hopefully help. Other thing I want to do, stack subtitles off. I've got character names on because that's helpful for me, and I'm gonna needed to scooch away to grab a throat lozenge and also my wrist strap. Even though it's not actually my wrist that's hurting, it's gone back up into my elbow. I don't have an elbow strap, so I'm hoping I can sort of reverse engineer my elbow into hurting less if I wear my wrist strap. It does mean that my movement's a little bit more restricted, but
that's something normal people do.
Hardy har har.
The Fretland farm is up the hill
we'll
somewhere.
turn
Up where?
up this way. Okay. See, so
I believe it's that farmhouse, all the way at the top.
Hot dog! Let's ankle!
Hold on. Let me read the letter from Mrs. Fretland
I'll meet
first.
you
and-
up there, old sport. I want to explore. Last one.
Be careful. The ground's muddy. You could slip and fall.
I'm also going to
Even she
turn
shakes.
motion blur off. Because I don't like it. Okay. So,
Dear Mr. Harden, we would like to extend an invitation to visit our home. Trouble to hear of your sister's disappearance.
any convenience as we have only
No
one
news
child.
to share.
Thank you.
You'll find our farm on top of the hill. I hope I got that right. Look
Perfect.
forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully, Anna Fretland.
But she's alright,
Well,
however, that she's simply delayed
I'm here.
on her journey.
Where are you?
Regards to your travels, I'm afraid
Did
there's...
you make it to Grovik, Betty? And why?
God,
did
she
you
looks
pick this
beautiful.
Forlorn hole under the mountains.
That's...
Also sprach Zarathustra.
So spoke Zarathustra.
Eddie, are you coming? I'm almost there.
On my way.
In a minute, I need to
Right on.
look.
Step to it, teddy bear.
Okay. Press F for Lissie action. I just want to look at the things. Fretland Mining Company. I move very, very slowly. Which I suppose is appropriate. Nicholas Bolton himself. Project Shetland Science. And that means I can't interact with it just yet. Is there anything this way? I don't know how I feel about this camera wiggle with the stepping, but holy Jesus, is this game ever beautiful. I feel like I'm gonna be taking like 5,000 screenshots.
Are you coming?
Just taking a break.
Hurry up! Storm's getting closer.
Not really, cat. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. I apologize. I keep hitting the wrong. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, Cloisy. God, this game is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Just like in love with how it looks. I think this is definitely a game that I'm going to take slowly and really take my time with. Also, let me know if the sound levels need adjusting. I did sort it earlier, and then I wouldn't be surprised if something's gone wrong since then. I've been having a lot of audio issues with OBS recently, so if I need to turn audio down or myself up, or the other way around, please let me know and I will do that. Okay, I'm gonna look at all these houses after she's stopped yelling at me. Oh, I hit. Okay. Do you need to rest a bit, dude?
Edward Charles Harden, I'm waiting for you.
In a minute, I'm taking. Well, I was going to take screenshots, but I keep getting the credits instead, so let's keep going. God. Oh, so. It's just stunning. This is a part of the world I'd love to visit. A colleague of mine did she went around the fjords recently and she showed us her photos and it just looks absolutely stunning. Like, just this truly, truly beautiful area of the world that... Sorry, I saw... As Osterby has made his presence known with some antlers. I know, I do as well.
What took you so long?
I'm not 17.
Nor are you 70. Put some spring into your step, old sport.
Absolutely not.
Did you see the flag? It's at half-mast. Someone died.
So this is it, huh? Nice digs. But seriously, where is everyone?
Heading us. Once Price-Smith Village is a short shelter.
This is starting to creep me out.
Up in the mountains, maybe.
Herding goats? Are they goat herders? I took them more for fisher folk.
The rain's picking up. We should get indoors.
You first, old bean.
Hello? Anyone there? Mr. Fretland? Mrs. Fretland? This is Edward Charles Harden, the American. We've exchanged letters.
Maybe they went on holiday and left the door open. Give it a shake and a rattle.
I can't just barge into their home.
It's not a crime if you're invited.
I'm coming in. This is Mr. Harden. Hello?
This is great.
Is anyone home?
This house is as empty as a bird's nest in December. Hey, you want to check out the upstairs?
I'm a guest. Why would I start poking around every corner of the house?
Because this is a video game and that's what you do.
Maybe they're playing hide and go seek. Well, I didn't want to go upstairs anyway. It's creepy.
There must
God,
be a
I love
sitting
her so
room on this
much.
floor.
She's like already my favorite. Okay, I'm sorry, I appear to still be having a little bit of the lag issues, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually
This is the kitchen.
my computer, because I've
Anyone
been
there?
having some issues today in general. Okay.
Betty might be with the Fretlands, wherever they are.
Wouldn't Anna Fretland have written you?
She might have. We left Hanover a month ago.
Ah, this is nice.
Thanks for
Charmingly rustic. The Boston Beaumont would pay a pretty penny for this setup.
this is
I thought
nice.
foreigners live differently. This is almost like an American home.
People are people wherever you go.
Thanks, Proust.
It's a little bit dark, but I don't know if I want to turn my gamma up a bit. Let me know if you guys think I should. If it's too dark for you to see anything, let me know and I will turn my
Look.
gamma up.
Family pictures. They must be the, what did you call them? What's on the tip of my tongue?
There's the Stave Church.
Do you think that's where they've all gone? Maybe there's a very popular funeral.
The flag was at half-mast, but no sign of life out there. There's the Stave Church.
Okay, yeah,
Do
no,
you
we've
think that's where
already
they've all gone?
done that.
Maybe there's a
Oh,
very
me too.
popular funeral.
The flag was at half-mast, but no sign of life out there.
Where do you think they've gone?
The Fretlands.
The Fretlands, the Hansons, the Jensens, all of them.
I'm sure they'll be back soon.
It's like a dead land. As though its soul has departed.
Our hosts,
No, silly, their names.
Johann and Anna Fretland.
This is honestly not what I'd pictured. They're very presentable. Not at all like turnip farmers.
They're not turnip farmers. That must be Johann Fretland, master of the house.
What makes you think he's the master of anything? It's 1923, Teddy old boy. Women can vote. I'm guessing their daughter is the master of this house. She's
She
cute as a
is.
button. I can't wait to meet her. She's guaranteed to be more fun than you. Johann went and found himself a delectable bride.
Alice, please.
What can I say? She's a minx.
Anna Fretland is a respectable woman. Her letter was courteous and professional.
Didn't you say she was a city girl? Must have been awfully hard to adjust to life in the sticks.
This doesn't sound like Nicholas Bolton at
Hanover
all.
isn't the sticks.
Says you. Old Johann's a bit wooden, isn't he? Like someone put a stick
They're
up his,
posing for a
up his
photograph.
rear end. I say, loosen up, Johann.
I love her.
I'm sure
Oh.
you two stiffs will get along famously.
She's excellent.
Wait, is that? Are they? Who's? They're all twins. All of them.
Wow, that's
Johann and Anna Fretland.
slightly
There are
unnerving.
two of each, Edward. Two of
Frederick
each.
and Margaret
Frederick
Fretland.
and Margaret. Twins
Hi,
marrying twins.
Yumi. I hope you're doing
My
well.
mind's reeling. This is just too adorable.
May 26th, 1899. We'll be celebrating their silver anniversary next year.
Welcome to Draugen, where we have Edward, who is a guy, and more importantly, we have Lissie, who is the queen. She is the best.
The books are all in English.
Isn't that a bit odd?
Mrs. Fretland is Scottish, though she grew up in Ollesund.
Have you been secretly communicating with Johann's winsome wife, Edward, dearest?
Certainly not. She was the one who wrote me, because Mr. Fretland's English
I was
isn't as...
only joking. Lighten up, old sport.
I love
Don't
her.
be such a pill.
I love her. Draugen Part 1. Lissie is the best. I don't care about, well, I do. I care very intensely about the rest of the game. I have a deep and abiding love for
What are you looking
Scandinavian
at there?
murder mysteries.
Strange place for a book. Unless it was a terrible book that deserved a good burning. What's the title?
The cover's charred.
June
Christmas
1922.
1922. To Ruth, from Simon. Why would someone burn this?
Like I said, maybe it was a terrible book. Is Simon one of the Freddy Landers?
Ruth
I
is
don't think so.
the daughter.
They only have the one daughter.
I saw that in their letter that I skim read because he was too busy doing a dialogue.
Did you hear something?
No.
Must be the wind under the door. Or the churning sea.
Yeah, you know what? I am gonna turn my gamma up just a little bit, because I can't really see properly.
Or the interminable rain.
No, that's way too high. That's better. That just makes
Flesh-eating
things
ghouls waiting to pounce.
a little bit.
Honestly.
You're the one who reads Poe to me. Don't blame me for having an active imagination.
God, I love her so much.
Well, those boys look proud as peacocks.
Frederick and Johann
What does it say
Fretland.
there? Groovy?
Gruben. The mine.
Maybe that's where everyone is. Digging for precious jewels in the Stygian abyss.
From what I learned of this place during the brief stay in Ålesund, the iron mine shut down 20 years ago. The mine was only in operation until 1902. They must have lost a fortune. An iron mine wouldn't pay itself off in 5 years.
Can we go spelunking? Perhaps we'll find trolls in the abyss, and we can steal their ill-gotten gold.
There was a cave-in. It'll be unsafe.
Oh, boo.
I like how he doesn't even
Frederick
question
and
the
Johann
trolls. He's like, no, there's a cave in.
Founders of the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
They're the spitting image of each other.
Twin brothers and business partners.
Hey.
They married twin sisters. Adorable.
I don't know if I would consider that adorable as
boy?
much as very
She
creepy.
looks related to the other two.
Secret third brother. Well, obviously not secret if he's in a photo, but... Okay, let's start with... Hey.
Johann Fretland exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
That must have put a damper on their relationship.
Tragic accident befalls the Fretland Brothers
Oof.
Mining Company.
It's
What
bad.
happened?
The mine collapsed, killing 3 workers, including
Unsecret
Arne
younger
Fretland,
brother.
Frederick and Johann's younger brother.
That's awful. How old was he?
19.
He might be the boy in the photograph.
Seems so.
Operations were suspended after the accident.
So one would hope.
Foreign investors out of Frederick Fretland's mining company. Dire financial consequences for Fretland, who must have had a difficult time after his brother Johann Fretland pulled out earlier this year.
Johann was smart to exit when he did.
The timing is curious, like he knew something was about to go awry.
Anything else to look at this way? Nope, okay. That's good painting, 10 out of 10, recommend. Anything? I'm just taking lots of screenshots because it's just so fucking pretty. Okay. Not sure is a face.
Oof.
That mirrors.
That's a grim sight.
Well creepy.
I'm exhausted and soaked to the bone.
Let's get you to bed.
We'll wait for the Fretlands. It's only courteous.
Oh!
Betty,
Have you gone screwy again, Teddy? That's not Betty. That's...
scarf. I'd know it anywhere.
It doesn't look like anything to me. It
She
just
bought it
looks
in
like...
Bloomingdale's the Christmas before last. When she came home that year, she showed it off. dancing around the sitting room until I got dizzy watching her.
I keep expecting to turn around to something horrible as well.
Remembering, she couldn't make it home that year. Again.
No, you're wrong. I'm sure she was there.
Whatever. It's not like you pay any attention to me when Betty's around. I might just as well be a ghost.
Look, it is her scarf. It even smells like her perfume. Shalimar.
But what if that's not?
She's here. I'm finally going to find her.
That's great, Edward, really. I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up.
Oh dear.
I mean, where's everyone gone to? Something's not right, I'm telling you. Teddy? Edward, what's wrong?
Lightheaded, that's all.
You're having another spell. You know what happens when you exert yourself. Sit down. That's an order from your commander.
Yes. Fine. I just need to...
I really like the design of this house. That's what I'm getting distracted by the interior designing.
Lie down and close your eyes. It's been a strenuous day. What with the rowing and the dragging of the suitcase up the hill.
Well, what if the Fretland...
I'll keep an eye out. I promise. If they come home, I'll wake you. Now, lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply.
I'm just going to...
The mannequin in the corner is really unnerving. I do apologise that it's running a little bit slowly. I think it is genuinely just my computer having a bit of a hissy fit at the moment. Oh.
Elizabeth? Is that you?
Nope. Whoa. That's... did me a frighten.
Betty? Lissie? Lissie, are you here? Alice?
Anything to... There's just something about that that's just really unnerving.
Lissie!
This away.
Where are you, Lissie?
Ah!
Hey, who's there? Betty? Elizabeth?
I know,
Wait.
I know that
Lissie?
using a, that sounds like a clock going off to me. Hey, Yumi, don't. Yumi. Good, it's still there. I know that jump scaring via lightning is a cheap and easy scare, but it works well. Like, there's a reason.
Listen, there's someone outside. It might be Betty. Are you here, Lissie?
Okay, can I open this door?
Are you in here, Lissie?
She upstairs? Can I go upstairs?
Lissie! Are you upstairs?
No. Okay, I've really got no choice but to go outside.
Who's out there? Hello? Betty? Lissie?
Oh. Oh?
Betty?
That's my question.
I'm not alone.
Ah! What the fuck? Oh, it's a leaf. God, that scared me. Why do I just sit here and hang out next to the watering can, and we just don't worry about it?
Alice!
Bag's still at half mast. Oh,
I can hear you!
finally.
Alice, where are you?
Hmm. Yeah, my guess is this is a dream sequence, but I won't discount anything until we experience it. Hey, bird. Whoa. Nice going, bird.
Who goes there? Wait!
What? Hey, that's a bad noise. So really. Oof. That scared me less because I saw it happen, but that's still
Someone there?
not a good...
Can you hear me?
Don't like it.
Where are you?
I can't see anything. Oh. Okay. I mean, I presume they're not being able to see anything is intentional, but...
Hello?
Whoa! Goat scared me.
Betty, is that you?
It sounds like some
Elizabeth!
rocks.
Are you there, Betty?
F. That's an impressive fall. Also, I'm gonna blow my candle out real quick, so... It was quite expensive, so I don't want to burn it all at once. I just wanted to refresh my room a little bit. He's probably got bruises all up on his legsies, and his clothes are probably really dirty, but you know, other than that, he's probably okay. Hey, so, I don't want to deliberately be making Secret World references because that seems disrespectful. But also, is anyone else getting flashbacks to Thingamajig? Episode, what was it, 4? 5? You know, the one. Tyler Freeborn, that's the name.
The boat, Edward! Where's our boat?
Lissie!
Also,
What about
where is
the
a boat?
It's gone.
The boat? What? How?
Maybe you didn't secure it properly.
I pulled it up. I don't know. I thought I tied it securely, but... Where did you go?
Out? For a walk. It stopped raining and...
Did you see Betty?
Did I see... What are you talking about?
I think... Betty? It was Betty. It was her. It must have been her. I saw her face in the window and she vanished into the dark towards the sea. You really didn't see anyone.
I haven't seen a single soul.
Flashbacks.
Are you sure it was her and
Yes.
not...
I mean, I saw her face and it looked like her.
Well, if it was her, why did she run away?
I don't know. It's getting dark. Back to the house. And tomorrow.
Tomorrow's another day, Teddy Bear. We'll figure it out.
God, Lissie's the
Right
best.
now, let's get you cleaned up. Look at you. You've got mud all over yourself.
I
And then you really
definitely
need to sleep.
did do a fool.
Must be exhausted. Come on.
Yeah, this is very true, Yumi. Sorry, I've still got a little bit. Yumi, Jesus, crazy. I'm sorry. Your name is purple, which is the color that Yumi's name normally is, and I'm an idiot. So I do apologize. Day 2. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sorry for the coughing. Um, I'm trying to cough away from the mic, but I've still got a little bit, still a little bit unwell. Oh, I'm not obviously. I'm gonna say I've not got face cam on. Obviously, I've not, but I am doing a heart emoji back to you. I love that emote, by the way, Chloe. It looks incredible. Right, how's that hanging, dude? Still can't see your journal. You appear to be sleeping on a sofa, which looks really uncomfortable. Oops. So, journal is. Step it up a little bit as well. Yay. But it doesn't let me interact with it, which is kind of annoying. Also, I keep forgetting that E is zoom and like not interact. I may change those around.
I will find you again.
I'm just a teeny weeny bit unnerved.
Teddy, come outside.
Mm.
Beautiful day.
She's great. Lissie is great. I'm in love with her already. Or not, because that's creepy, but this is true. This is true. It's just, where does she sleep then? Does she sleep on the floor? Would have really cricked his neck, I
I
presumed.
just about given up on you ever waking up.
God, it's so pretty.
Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty. She was in the garden, and she called for me.
How about you, Lissie dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit, wide awake at first light.
The Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
This is true, Closey.
There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that.
Imagined.
What?
I'd just woken up. I was groggy and the mist was thick as pea soup. I don't know if I saw what I thought I saw.
You were chasing a ghost?
I didn't get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Oh, there must be someone here. I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're looking down on us from the mountaintops.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon. And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, Teddy Bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by those houses.
She's so great.
Let's uncover your secrets, Grovik.
Here we go. Okay, so I can't. Here we go. Right. Your travels no longer a ferry from Alison to Grovik, so you'll need to find your own transport across the fjord. When you arrive, you'll find a farm top of the hill. There's a road from the landing out past the general store. Our farmhouse won't be hard to see. It's the largest house in the village. And travel plans will receive word of your sister. That's when I very look forward to seeing you here in October. Here's our map. So we are. I can't wiggle my mouse around. We are currently here, and we're going down to where the boat is no longer. Okay, now I can view my journal. I'm guessing that like paper sound is the sound of like it being saved. Sorry, I had to. Okay. see what's anything. That's a well, good. That's a good view. Unfortunately, I don't have a save, so I'm guessing it's auto-saving. I'm guessing this is a sort of... yeah, it's a sort of photo mode. Oh, that's so cool. Can I see our... ah, dope. I wonder if maybe if like we'd sat longer it would have lasted, you know, it would have been a... more of a drawing. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I just... this game is just... absolutely stunning. Really, really. It does a bit, Yumi. The other thing it reminds me of, specifically the music in this case. Yeah, no, exactly, Closey. Aha, is a goat. Shaped like a friend. It reminds me a little bit of the Tale of Tales games, which is 110% a compliment because Tale of Tales, best game developer in my opinion of all of them. I'm gonna go see if it's friend-shaped. Okay, well I'm not because I can't get over basic rocks. I go up this way? Oh. Are you friend-shaped, goat? Yeah? I can't climb up these rocks, so I can't, like, say hello to you. Cool. Old stone, though. I'm presuming that's relevant. This is true. The reason I'm saying I presume the stones are relevant is because,
Lissie?
What is it?
where is she? I can't hear her.
Up here, Teddy.
Ah. Oh, hey. Hey, buddy.
It's such a beautiful day.
How's it hanging?
You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
Careful you don't fall.
You suck the fun out of everything, old boy.
We're far from any doctor. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
That's not very likely, is it?
Now that you've said it is.
I thought you were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point, like on a pirate ship. I can probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
Oh, she's great.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
Okay, well I guess that's our job for the day. Knock on people's doors. It's a really small village. Start. That's another one with the antlers. I'm sensing a motif here. I'm guessing that's from a storm. Knock knock, it's me.
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please come in for a cup of tea and biscuits.
You're not helping. Also, they drink coffee, not tea.
Savages.
So no, we're not going to just walk into the stranger's house just yet, but they not have locks? No, it seems like they do have locks. Just nobody's bothered to lock their doors, clearly. Ah!
Hello?
don't know what that says. I'm gonna look it up quickly. Come on, Vorreiter. Translation. My guess is it says foreigner. Okay, well, because I can't type. Actually, can I type the little AEs next to each other? Probably not. No, well, so in Danish there's forrader, which means betray. Thank you, Croisy, for being better at looking things up than I am. I was looking on my phone, so...
Hello? Anyone home?
Good carpet. Excellent choices. I'm not gonna look in there just yet. No mattress. Okay. Jesus. Because of the way it had rendered like this, I genuinely thought like a wall had been put up there in between when I turned around. Okay. Nothing on the bed.
September 21st, 1923. Wie desperate. Lissie, found something here. Escalated from words to stones. Blood has been spilled. The curse haunts us all. There is no hope left in good Sforlata. Good. God. Right. In this God-forsaken place. The death of the Jiminy. Death of the children.
Oh, fuck me.
Brovik. Whatever remained of our souls departed with them.
Fuck
You
me.
should see this, Lissie. The letter just trails off. Was never sent.
Hey, that's a bad. That's what we in the business call a bad time. See, my instinct would be to check under the bed, but maybe that's just me. The clunking you heard there was me.
Did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, teddy bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
Whoops! I accidentally smacked my mic there. The clunking that you heard was me moving my lighter, so it was less precarious. Knock, knock.
Anyone home?
Unless they're playing hide and go seek, I'd say that's a no.
Photo.
3 strikes, you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while. Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors. And there was a letter. It sounded foreboding.
Still think everyone's up in the mountains herding goats?
I saw some
Let's go
sheds down
explore.
by the water. There's the general store, the church.
In other words, time for some sightseeing?
Something
Well,
like that.
It's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
Other than do some really impressive handstands.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy! My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3. Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
That's super impressive. Like, I wish I can't do handstands because it hurts my arm too much. My delicate, dainty, stupid, broken body is too easily hurt, and I'm pretty certain if I tried, my left arm would give out from under me. Especially at the moment. This is super steep. I would fall down this. Like, me, IRL, would fall down there immediately. Okay.
How about we don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead?
And how would I survive?
Hunt? Harvest? Forage? People have survived here for centuries. Why can't we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. Let's start with goats. Goats can be eaten and milked. Probably not in that order.
I mean, me too, Yumi. The thing is, I'm pretty good at, like,
Telegraph is out of order.
lifting.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it, or couldn't get anyone to come fix it.
Well, this place really is off the map. Here be dragons. Or Draugans, I guess.
They said the name of the thing.
The ferry route is no longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
Wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Forgive me for a
Quieter after the mine
hot
closed
second,
down.
guys.
They need to move on and find something else to put their village on the map. Tobacco farming, maybe.
So, I have a fun fact for you about ferries and small villages. I read a really interesting article on this, and the notion has stuck in my head ever since. There are, to this day, in the year of your Lord and mine, 2019, isolated villages up on the Scottish coast where the village is composed of several islands, and in order to get between the islands, you have, well, usually not ferry, usually it's a boat, but you know, so you have like the postman, and he or she or they deliver the letters, but they also sort of provide that integral link between the community, where very often you might never come off your particular island, or you know, your kids might go off the island you're sort of commuting to and from, because you might have an island that's, you know, big enough to hold 2 houses, and who lives on that? You do, and your parents do. Anyway, it's super cool, and that's my nerdy fact about rural Scotland. I'm describing it very badly. I would recommend, if you can find it, a BBC article on, I think it is something like the postmen, you know, inverted commas, the postmen holding these villages together. I know it because I read a really cool article from the Bee about it. I might link it in Discord if anyone's interested. It's genuinely really fascinating. Cool little villages. And then I made an RPG character who is sort of somewhat based off of that.
They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine on July 24th in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives.
Wonder what day it is. Hi, I hope you're doing well. We don't know because this doesn't say anything. I hope that you're having a good day. Yes, please open it. Thanking you. Oh, no, that's locked.
Applesauce.
Why lock any doors? I can't imagine they have a problem with punks and hoodlums.
The sign
I
says they're
don't
closed. but
know, I'm
it's
afraid.
not easy. Hello? Are you open? Is anyone there?
Can't you just bust down the door? Locks be damned?
Breaking and
Absolutely
entering,
not.
I will not. I'll just dislocate my shoulder.
Me too, buddy.
Fretland and Son.
How do you figure?
It's on the sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland. Simon Fretland. Frederick's son.
And Johann's nephew. See, I'm getting the hang of this. Simon. That was the name in the burnt book. So Simon is Ruth's older cousin.
We're gonna need to write
The
out a
older
family
gentleman's
diagram
Mr.
soon.
Fretland's twin brother.
Twins are confusing. If this was a dime novel, they'd be switching places at some point to confuse the cops. Damn you, twins!
Okay. Right. I'm actually genuinely gonna write this down for myself because so this is what I want to do. So Johann married Anna and they have a child called Ruth. Frederick married someone whose name I've forgotten, and she was called Margaret, I think. I've put too many squiggles in my M. And they have a kid called Simon. Cool. I'm not even kidding. I am writing this down. It is an excellent curse. It's another interesting vein to go down. This one is fired by QI about minced oaths, as they're called, suddenly over here. Saying, pardon me, I got too enthusiastic and my throat started hurting. Things like, oh, sugar, instead of, oh, shit. It's a pretty damn cool topic to go down if you're interested in dumb, nerdy stuff like that. Like, I absolutely am. So, presumably...
Frederick, Fretland, and son.
This was
Johann's
formed
brother and nephew.
after...
Fretlands have their fingers in all the pies, including the only store in town.
Also the post office and telegraph. Or maybe something that'll lead us to Betty in there.
Or at least to some canned sardines. We need to get you fed, old bean.
Okay, well, we definitely can't go in there. So let's go over... So we haven't looked at these houses yet, so let's go down this way and see what's over here. I have no compunctions about swearing, quite obviously. But... Okay. So... Here's the old mine, one presumes. But yeah, I think they can be, when used well, very, very funny. So, here's...
There's no damage to the rope.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
So, who took our boat? A ghost?
I was academic. Makes sense to but your hoard can be treacherous. Boats.
If not a ghost, then a goat? The goat's row?
It was probably the current that took our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night? A ghost?
Maybe.
I don't know. It was probably all in my head.
I'm thinking for Halloween this year.
Betty would have taken
Actually.
plenty of constitutionals here.
Never mind, I won't spoil.
She loves the outdoors.
I've had some ideas about Halloween.
She's a city girl.
I'm sure she gets tired of Manhattan. And when she was little, she loved playing in the garden back in Hanover, especially around the pond.
Are you alright?
I just miss her.
This guy is, I don't want to say irrationally, but somewhat irrationally obsessed with his sister. Is a honey not feel I have. God, it's so pretty. This game is so pretty. That is pretty. I like that. That does look nice. This sort of view in front of us. Yeah. So the whoops, I keep putting escape. So this side on the left is a different building that you can sit at and draw, and on the right is these buildings. I like the drawing segments also because I really like the music that plays. Okay. So, someone's storage cupboard. That's a boat.
Teddy! Hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty.
Gaping hole.
Besides, the woods rotted through.
A moth flew in front of me and surprised me.
It's curious.
It was only a little one.
The state of the boats. It's like they stopped taking care of them.
Seems short-sighted. How would they fish? Or get anywhere at all?
Indeed. There's another boat there. God, this place is just... keep hitting the wrong button. Just like, absolutely stunning.
What's this?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I know, Edward. I was just checking for a sense of humor.
I feel that
Nowhere to be found.
very intensely, Cloisy, but it was,
Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains? Where the frost
Pardon me.
giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope.
God, she's so great.
What did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this, so.
Diamonds? Gold? Or just boring old silver?
Iron.
Coal, probably.
Or
Oh,
what?
no.
Rock, which contains iron
I know.
deposits.
I
That
Okay, Edward. I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to adversity. It's creepy.
rustic superstition. Perhaps they believed they'd attract bad luck if they moved it.
Possibly. Don't know if that sign means loading or saving. I mean, I can get behind that. You know, my sense of humor is also a little bit balked, so. Anything in there? I can get in there. Clearly I can't get in there. I can sit here and draw though, which is cool. God, every time I sit down, just blown away by how pretty this game is. I hope you guys can hear the music that plays when he's drawing, by the way. I genuinely feel like you could put these like drawing sections on and just have it in the background as like relaxing noise. Sorry, I think it was like a... I imagine if you... they would probably take on more shape if you sat longer, but... yeah, I just... now be quick sketches. There was a very loud noise which I now suspect was a water noise in game, but I thought it could be traffic, which is what confused me.
Lissie,
No need to shout.
you'd have thought someone would have seen us by now.
Even from up in the mountains. Maybe there was a spell or curse that made them all invisible.
Honestly, Lissie.
Or maybe we are the invisible ones. But then we would see them, wouldn't we? No, I think my original thesis is more likely.
The villagers turning invisible is the more likely thesis.
You try to keep an open mind, Edward, darling.
God, she's so great. Draugen Part 1. Lissie is the best character in this game, bar none. This game with 2 characters, Lissie is the best one. Okay.
No trespassing for traitors.
Oh boy.
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side?
I thought they...
What do you say, old sport?
The sign says no trespassing for a reason.
Come on! There may be trolls, or at least more houses. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine, and no. I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear.
No trespassing.
I'll wager 1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
What now? We've looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Maybe we missed something. An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth another look, I guess.
Okay, but we don't have a key, which may make this a little bit difficult. Let me go have a look at our map. If we can go... We'll go back along. I'm pointing at at my screen as if you guys can see this. We'll go back along this route and then down, I think. That's the bit that we haven't explored yet. We haven't explored that big road, I don't think. We haven't gone to the church either. So I think I'm gonna try and go to the church next. Good place to put a water wheel, I guess. Also, I feel I made a comment earlier about the stones probably being relevant, and then promptly immediately forgot to explain. Standing stones are very prevalent in a lot of Celtic and I believe Norse mythology as well. The idea of these standing stones. Stonehenge is the best example, but there are plenty of stones that aren't henges. A henge is technically anything built in a circle that acts as a sort of gateway, I believe. I very well may be wrong, so please correct me if I am. But there are plenty of non-henge standing stones. And indeed, in not too far away from my parents' place in France, there's like an entire field of them that were just there. There's a couple of others which are which you can just drive past, and they're built almost like cairns. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And they look really cool. There's no skeletons inside or anything. They're just sort of these empty cairns, and I just think it looks real cool. This really is the like mochi nerds out about dumb stuff stream. I do apologize. How's that looking? Oh, pardon me. It's looking good. I wonder, can I sit down and continue to draw, or is that like my... Oh, I can sit and continue to draw, so I might do that like off stream perhaps. Okay, pigs. Good luck in D3. I'm just checking something very quickly. Okay. I'm wondering if, maybe drawing everything... I'm wondering if there's a benefit to getting all the drawings. Right, let's unstick ourselves. I not go to the church? Hey goat, how's it hanging? How you doing, goat? Okay, so, whoops. There definitely was a road going that way. I can see. I definitely am, but I'm aware that there's a church up here and I want to go see what's going on in that churchy area. Even though the game is telling me to investigate the general store next. Also, I have a suspicion I'm going to need to get a key, and I'm wondering if maybe the key would be in the church. I don't know how traditionally, like, puzzly this game is going to be. So oh, that's such a good view. I want to line that up. Go. You just it that way. This is just, God, I want to just want to, like, be here in this area right now. It's just so beautiful. Like, it's unfair how gorgeous it is here.
July 24th. Memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
Oh, an accident this past summer? Okay. Lots of unmarked graves around here. I'll read that. Oops, sorry, that zoom is a bit...
All these graves. What happened?
It's a cemetery.
But look at the soil. These are recent burials.
Probably something to do with the children.
You're right.
Do you think this is where everyone's gone?
How many graves are there?
Not enough, I guess. How many people lived here?
I'm not sure. Also, someone must have buried them.
There's that.
Something did happen. Several people died in a short period of time.
How? An accident? A mass murder? Spanish flu?
Hello,
I wouldn't want to
Ashley. Well,
speculate until I've learned more.
I can speculate for the both of us.
Well, Betty's not here. I'm gonna keep looking.
What about the church?
I'm gonna look in there too, don't worry about it. I love churches. Hello, Aislinette. Please forgive if I... Oh, Aislinette, I see. Sorry, I misread your name. I was going to say Ashlinette, because the only way I know how to pronounce the phrase, the word Aislinn is Ashlyn. But hello, welcome. Yeah, I would guess so as well, but I want to look around the church because I love churches. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably about 24 gravestones. I wonder if it's in the letter the children they were talking about. The goat still only has the one head, so it's still friend-shaped for now. Just getting distracted by how much I love the music here. Pardon me. Well, you know, it's a good criteria, I feel like. Judge friendliness by the number of heads. This. Ah, it's so pretty. I love the design of these churches. I love all churches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 17, 18, 20, 21. 9. This is true. This is true. However, for terms of goat assessments, I'm going to go ahead and say that 1 head is a good thing. Yeah, I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to read any of these. It all looks like the same carving, so... Well, this is definitely recent. And also unmarked, which is, you know, unnerving. Let's see if we can go inside.
Why would they board up a church?
What does that say?
God is not here.
God is not here.
Let me in. Looks like their candelabra fell down. Okay, nothing this way. I'm guessing nothing down here either. Correct, Amundo. Properly remembered that I'm not on face cam, which means that I can sit like a goblin. Most important thing. Okay, this is just... This is just stunning. Like... If nothing else, I think no matter how... So far, I'm enjoying this game. Really good. I've only been playing it for about an hour and a half. No gods here, young man. Just truly, this game is just stunning. I feel like I'm going to be saying that for all of the time that I'm playing this game. Like, oh my god, look at the colours, it's so pretty. But really, really just stellar job on creating this. Okay, we can't go that way either. Let me in. Okay, so can we go over here? Absolutely not. Okay. Let's get out of here then. Go back down to the general store. Say hello to that goat on the way. And I am gonna run down the hill. I was expecting that gate to be shut behind us, and then I was going to panic. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way just to get it sort of off our map. Here's the other way to the house that appears to have had some rendering issues, but that's okay. We'll just not look at that until they've... There we go. Rendering the fence was causing a bit of a nightmare, but it's okay. So, here we are. I think we've looked pretty succinctly around their garden, but I'll have another look just in case. Okay, I've already... And... Can't look in there, even though if this was the secret world, that's where the answer would be. And... I'll go this way just in case, but... No, I can't open that yet. Okay, I guess I'll go to the place that you tell me to go. Yeah, you know, it's my instinctual habit. Like, I see a house, I see that thing on that says there's an entrance to the basement here, and I go, okay, well, it's clearly time for me to go try and unlock that basement.
Where are you?
Up at the church.
Okay, we'll come down here because I'm looking into the general store. These sticks, I'm assuming, are from the storm, and I'm hoping not placed in a specific manner so as to frighten young mochis. What? Oh, it's a bird trying to get into the store. Yeah, same to you, buddy.
Is that?
It's definitely
Listen,
the
come
hat
here.
what you saw
It's Betty's
yesterday.
hat. She was here.
We
She
saw
could
that.
still
We
be in
saw
there.
it on the thing. We saw it on the
Betty?
thing last night.
Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm
I
not
know
sure
my sister's hat, Lissie. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
Okay, this guy's obsession is worrying me. Okay. What about in here? Bingo, bingo, bingo. That's a good reference. Ah. Hang on, sorry, I have to line up that reference. So a fun fact, obviously that's a reference to the Secret World, but also prior to that, it's a reference to Dreamfall. Bingo Cola first appeared in the original, in The Longest Journey, and it was a staple of the Dreamfall series before being ported into Secret World. One presumes
There's an open window.
You
Ragnar's.
seem eager to break the law. I approve.
I'm scared.
It won't budge.
Nah, don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
Oops. Pull harder, scrub.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking. Whoops, Daisy.
F.
Oh my, Teddy. You're such a sap.
Truly, press F. In we go.
Edward Charles Harding. Dilettante. World traveler. Cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building on a higher
Jeez.
floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty.
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when.
is this blood?
Sure
Not
looks
necessarily
like it.
human blood.
Well, that's all right then.
Right, I'm gonna
What
look
does
at
it
that in a
say?
second.
Barn murder?
Child.
Someone murdered a barn?
What does this say? Traitors. Johan and Anna. Neil Olsen, Bart and Newt something. Kevin and something Anderson. I can't read those surnames. But Good old bingo. Oh. Sure are. Yep. So it looks like...
Barn means child, and mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
It
Sure how I
is
feel
not
about being
a
here.
Funcom game.
Ridiculous. We're all alone.
It's
What else do you suggest we do?
published etc. by Red Thread Games, which Ragnar Tornquist, who wrote a lot for the Secret World, and obviously wrote Dreamfall, is masterminded Dreamfall. It's written by Ragnar. So the reference to Bingo, for example, it's originally a longest journey / Dreamfall reference, then Secret World. Obviously, the reference I was making earlier, that bingo is from Secret World, but originally it's from The Longest Journey. Which, if you haven't played it, is a fantastic, truly incredible puzzle game that everyone everywhere should play. I'd recommend that for everyone. Getting The Longest Journey to run is a bit of a nightmare.
Damnation.
But
What's in here?
Calm down, old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
Alright, okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
every time I open a door, I'm convinced someone is going to hit me. Exactly, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Fuck. Oh.
What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
It's from Simon. Casa. I don't know what that word means. Yai put it means I put. Knuckle is key.
He put the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge.
Don't like this music change. I googled it. Put the keys in the cash box. Good pipe. Aww. Well, I feel possibly. I think, or it would be that extra edge that you need to not having to be English and Googling everything.
These were never sent.
Oops, I
How
keep
long have they been piling up?
accidentally
I received
zooming
Mrs.
rather than...
Freckles' letter in June.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
It's over this way.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
S-O-S.
Seeing this just reminds me of
Oh boy. If only this thing worked. We could
of
order
the
a
Death
boat
Stranding
to come
trailer,
get
but
us.
let's not talk about
Or,
that.
even better, order some hot grub.
Okay.
Casa.
So that's what it means. Cash register.
Sure does. 69. Nice.
You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house. The Vandals weren't here for the money.
I think money was the last thing on their minds.
Wasn't there
what-
supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
A handful of stamps and then about... what? 11, 12 kroner? I'm guessing? I'm not actually looking properly, but it doesn't look like a huge amount. Okay, now you can look at the thing that I
Why
assumed
would
in.
Frederick keep a list of what he calls traitors?
What did they do to him?
Cross him in some way. Why else keep a list of undesirables?
You can swear, it's okay. I won't tell anyone. Okay. I'm expecting to be jump scared. Okay, not yet. There's a hat.
Lissie, nothing.
Okay.
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not sure
Betty
that's...
was here, and not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
Oops, sorry.
What's
A handwritten note.
Pardon me.
Blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not
Oh, no.
murder your Ruth. He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... What's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann thought...
The mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
Here's a
September
sweat.
17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below
Jeez.
the church. Isn't the church right above us?
More or
Edward,
less.
Come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissie, wait.
She's very she's a regular murder mystery fan. I'm now really scared of opening doors in this game. Okay, let me out. I'm just constantly convinced that something bad is going to happen.
The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
I'm
What are
looking
you
over
doing?
there.
This doesn't concern
The
us.
little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute.
Oh, I didn't even walk along the beach this way.
Come on, it's an easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
I don't know about this. Whoops-a-daisy.
God, Lissie, I'm getting distracted by how great Lissie is. Sorry, I've really... The frog has re-entered the throat, as it were.
What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl got
Edward.
herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. Now, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company, for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
God, you fucking tell him, Lissie.
That's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers.
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful.
Something struck this bush. She must have landed on it when... on her way down.
That's ghastly, Edward.
There's something hidden in behind that rock, and I can't see it. Like a ball or something. Hang on, I'm gonna... Oh, it's a doll. Oh, hey, it's a headless doll. That's, terrifying, and I don't like it.
Where are you going?
Ah. Okay.
Teddy, where are you going?
Not allowed to go up. Okay.
I've seen all there is to see. I'm going back.
You can't leave. We might have missed something important.
Something struck this bush. She must have landed on it when... on her way down.
That's ghastly, Edward. Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
Aha, this is what I want to look at.
Far enough to crush the girl's skull.
Edward Charles Harden.
What?
Oh, you're hopeless.
I've seen all there is to see. I'm going back.
You can't leave. We might have missed something important.
Nothing else is... I can see the... I'm guessing it's a doll. I can see it in there. I just, like, can't get to it.
That's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers. It's a long fall.
Okay.
Far enough to crush the girl's skull.
Edward Charles Harden.
What?
Oh, you're hopeless.
Where's...
Where are you going?
What else is there
Where are you going?
Anything else to look at?
I've seen all there is to see. I'm going back.
You can't leave. We might have missed something important.
Okay. Damaged rock, flowers. Massive fall. Do the tippy top of the church. Nothing that's like... What else is showing? Can't...
Where are you going?
You tell us off if we try and go up? Yeah, she does. Okay.
Teddy, where are you going?
So... I can see there's something there, I just can't see how to get to it.
Is that blood?
A girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I think there's something behind it.
There we go. Yeah, no.
Can you move the rock aside?
Hello, Catipus. Cat. I am from London. Good old London. I live up north now. But originally from London. Yep, it's
Must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hey.
This pin. This is old. Very old.
Also,
Looks like something
good
from
evening. I
the
hope you were
Viking era.
doing well
We are
and
in the
having a
land of
good time.
Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong in a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues.
I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear
Come on,
that.
sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath?
I'm glad that you're doing well.
Do you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
See, now the goats are beginning to slightly unnerve me because they just keep appearing. They're like the deer in Life is Strange 1.
You can
This
see
dude's-
clear beyond the edge of the world.
One
Oh,
second.
Teddy Bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So,
Dude's
The girl-
seriously unfit.
fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell? Seeing as you're so concerned about me falling out of trees, I wouldn't want to risk falling off a cliff.
I mean, this looks really dangerous.
If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there.
Gosh, Lissie's great. Lissie's like absolutely brilliant. So it's sort of
Lissie, slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something.
but it is worth the risk of these
Lissie?
beautiful views.
Are you there?
So it seems like yeah, I'm very excited to play through it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm taking it slowly. Is the plan for today. So it seems so far like there was sorry, pardon me, presumably this like big family, these two twins who each married twins, which I still find slightly unnerving, and had kids, and Ruth fell or was pushed. I know, splitting the party is always a terrible idea. And so there seems to be, on the one hand, these people who believed that Simon potentially was a child murderer, except that there was a letter that said the murderer of the children, and there were those fresh graves, and multiple of them, and there was also his list that said traitors, perhaps relevant to the mine shutting down, maybe?
Are you here, Lissie?
I'm right
Oh, there
here.
she is. Oh!
Teddy.
Oh!
Look away, Lissie.
Is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Hey, that's
What about
bad.
those fresh graves at the church? There were at least half a dozen of them. Did everyone just die?
They're not necessarily connected.
Oh, come on. Ugh, this is just ghastly.
I'm
What made them
scared.
do this? long has he been?
From the...
What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't
Hey.
suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother drowned
Don't.
herself?
Ah.
Sorry. Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick. And he's too old to be Simon.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran,
No.
and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis.
Oh, oh dearie.
There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace? You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. This is
Piece of shit.
tragic, but really none of my concern.
Oh, Betty, Betty, Betty. Always just Betty. You don't
Let me
care
move
about
back
anyone
slightly.
else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty.
She has no.
What are you doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs. Try loosening the noose.
I can't reach that far.
Absolutely no qualms about telling us off, which I appreciate.
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse.
This is very, very gnarly. She's brilliant. I absolutely love her. She's fantastic.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think
Yes,
happened?
no, exactly.
She was probably murdered.
And you think Simon did it?
Your guess is as good as mine. It could have been an accident.
You're really not helping.
No, I
Can
really
we
am
talk
not.
about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
I mean, my first thought is, don't do that. You will get a crick in your neck. It will be really bad for you. Good. Good ham. Ham is always good.
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this.
Just like the book. Isn't that odd?
It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes. And it's adorable. Keep reading.
Maybe it's too soon.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The the baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason. He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born,
Getting harder.
but burned recently.
Makes me think they thought it was him. Bill, or just tearing us. Traitors. The dreadful things. Every day there's some new grudge or grievance. Another person who's betrayed or eating. It seems like they definitely thought it was Simon. Let's see, that was 09, so we're now in 23, so Simon would be 14. I wonder how old Ruth would be. Anything this way?
I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, we just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there in the dark.
She's a tough cookie. You're Betty. Tougher than you, teddy bear.
That she is.
Aside from his being weirdly obsessed with her, she seems like pretty cool so far.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
Okay. Wonder, can we... Oh, Jesus Christ, you scared the shit out of me there. Can we go upstairs and, like, look around up here? Oops. Too late, I'm going to. The clock does not work. What's this? Right. This morning I had lemon juice and hot water with sugar instead of tea. I had half an apple and dry toast. I've been gaining weight lately. I read about the apparently very popular in London, but I'm dreadfully hungry. I crave fried eggs and sausages. Received an odd letter yesterday addressed to Johann from an American gentleman, Edward Harden, of Massachusetts. The letter was well written and very polite. Harden received our information from the requested a contact in Graphic. I do wonder why they gave him Johann's name and not Frederick's, perhaps because dear Margaret is no longer with us and I am better prepared to respond in English. Harden inquired about his sister, Elizabeth Harden, travelling on her own. Apparently she's a journalist. Imagine that, crossing the Atlantic Ocean to write about Norway. Sounds wonderful. The letter said Elizabeth telegraphed her brother from Alison to inform him that she planned to visit Grovik. Why she want to come to this dreary old place, I have no idea. There is nothing here. Well, nothing here worth writing about anymore. God, her handwriting's so nice it's legible. Sister has not arrived yet. If she had, I would have liked her. I would have tired her out with questions about America, being in journo and travelling the world on her own. She sounds so interesting. I hope she does come, even though she will surely be bored out of her mind. I write Mr. Harden today. Johann is not comfortable writing letters, especially in English. He agrees that we should invite Mr. Harden to stay here if he decides to come. But all these there are no guest houses in Graphic, and our spare room is sort of rarely used. Also, I have to admit, having a visitor from America sounds terribly exciting. This morning I had a boiled egg and buttered toast after Johann told me I was being silly and that I do not need to lose any weight, seeing as we're not in London and no one cares. I wrote Mr. Harden to invite him to stay at the house. He decides to come. Terribly excited. I do worry for his sister. I wonder, where could she be? August 9th. There was an argument in the shop earlier today. Frederick was yelling at poor Astrid, claiming their goats had been grazing on his land. I wanted to speak out, but I knew I'd only make him angrier. But I went across the field this morning to purchase some necessities, including new fabrics, and to pick up the post. The letters have been piling up in the store. I sometimes worry the world has completely forgotten about us. I finished another dress today. This one is for myself. There are no customers anymore. No one here needs another dress, and it's been ages since we visited the city. I hardly know anyone there, and who would want their dresses made in Graphic when they could have one tailored in Alicent? Filled only today. I missed dear Margaret so much after all these years. I think Ruth is hiding something from me. She's been awfully secretive. She goes off on her own even more than usual, and her clothes are filthy. I don't mind the playing and everything, of course. I always did regret Margaret and I not being allowed to be free when we were little. Ruth says she's just looking for flowers and pretty rocks. I shouldn't worry so much. Simon turned up today with a gift for Ruth. A whole bar of chocolate. He's a sweet boy, but Frederick would be furious if he knew. I asked Ruth if she plays by Frederick's farms near the old mine. She promises she doesn't. Never had reason not to trust her, but I feel she's hiding something from me. Come on. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. Ah! Look at her drawings like that. She's got such an imagination. I didn't see that after read bit. This is a letter from Mr. Harden. He'll be in October as planned. I look forward to having someone to speak with only for a few days. Not that Johann isn't in company, but we've little to converse about outside of our daily routines. There's been no sign of Mr. Harden's sister yet. If she left Alicent weeks ago, where could she be? She may have been able to send just stop along the way. We've heard nothing, but we do so rarely speak with anyone outside Graphic these days. I do hope she's alright. I would hate for Mr. Harden to come all this way to no Vale. Ruth is still being secretive. I know she's hiding something. One of these days I will follow her. Right. No search service again today. The vicar hasn't been back since the memorial service in July. Johann believes he won't be back and he's given up on Graphic, like everyone else. I think I'm coming down with a cold. September 15th. Someone damaged our boat during the night. That's the third one this month. Johann suspects Frederick, of course. I fear something's bubbling to the surface again after all these years. I'm not at all feeling well and spent most of yesterday and today in bed. Ruth was sweet and brought me potato soup and honey with milk. September 18th. She has left us. Our dearest Ruth is gone. I cannot believe it was Simon's doing. He too is now gone, and with him all hope Graphic had left in it. Oof! A bad time. A bad time for everyone involved. Beautiful. Also, really good paintings. Achievement unlocked. Piano Man. Okay, what's here? Ruth's room, I guess. I definitely just walked in without looking. It's a Good picture, that one, of a bear holding a pig, even. That's cute. Mices. Meese. I keep doing it every single time I click on E to interact rather than to zoom. Spearhead? Gosh, what a... Oh, that's so... That really is just... What? That's... I just... Oh, it's just so stunning. Oh, it's just so pretty. Oh, I love it. A guest stream, I'm guesting? In there. This would be the master bedroom, which I feel a little bit bad about snooping in, but... Nope, it's locked anyway, so... Doesn't matter. Okay. Thought it was a squished spider and I was about to be a bit concerned.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
Okay.
It's almost painful to look at this photograph now. Their whole world fell apart. Ugh, I can't bear to think about it. Do you think Simon killed Ruth?
It's not important what I think.
I don't know what to believe. Sometimes children do monstrous things.
Yeah.
Now that we know what happened to Ruth, this empty house is even spookier.
It's a house, nothing more.
You know better than most that souls can linger. Especially if they died
There's
in
no such thing as a soul.
life force, ghost, whatever. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
The only ghosts are in our minds.
Says you.
Yes, indeed, or only says me.
The two brothers married twin sisters, Anna and Margaret Taylor. That's the Grovik Stave Church behind them.
All those hopes and dreams, ground to dust by misfortune.
Sounds exactly right.
I almost forgot putting this aside when I lit the fire. Wasn't there an inscription inside?
Wonder what...
Simon gave that book to Ruth. But who burned it?
I'm
Come on.
presuming he's
Or
a
Anna.
scholar of some kind,
If
but
they
I don't
believed
actually
Simon
know.
Killed her.
But they were friendly, right? Simon and Ruth. Before...
I imagine so. And we know the sisters were close.
I still don't understand why the brothers had a falling out.
Whatever drove a wedge between them, it was big.
I'm guessing it's something to do with the mine. Educated guess. Well, this clock works. Just the clock upstairs that doesn't. Hey, creepy doll.
Johann and Frederick Fretland. Thick as thieves, before things took a turn.
Don't you always say that much of our pain is self-chosen?
I wonder about that.
So the brother who owns the store
Frederick.
was angry with Johann before Ruth. Because
Because of the mine. It all comes back to the mine.
There we go.
Mine must have been a big deal for Greywoke.
Grovik. An opportunity to do more than live hand to mouth.
What a blow it must have been to lose it all.
Aye.
These headlines make more sense now. Johann sells his share, and the cave-in occurs shortly thereafter, killing 3 people.
Including the younger brother.
The investor pulls out, leaving Frederick with the bills.
Oh, I feel awful for everyone. Losing a brother, losing the business.
There were no happy endings here.
Really does seem like he knew something. That's all I can think.
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy.
Not now, please. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, no, me too, buddy. You unnerve me. Right. Pardon me.
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
She's so great. Every single time that mannequin just super unnerves me. Creepily rubber hand on the photo. I guess we're gonna find her brooch next. That's what I suspect we're gonna find today.
Alice?
I'm upstairs.
Okay. No, don't worry. I've located her already. Don't worry. Oops, that's what I wanted.
Teddy? Is that you?
Alice!
I'm in here.
Aha, there we are. Oh, he absolutely needs a hobby.
This is her room.
Hmm?
Are you paying attention? Ruth. Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then... nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic.
But we're gonna do it anyway because... Because she's great, that's why. Because she's the best.
Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet, she was 8. This must be the village church.
I like that phrase.
That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle. Simon and his father on the other.
A community divided.
Have you ever met a child? Absolutely not.
She found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
A cave. Or the...
Mine. It could be. But what did she find?
something important enough to draw.
Looks vaguely treasure-shaped.
Draugen.
Hey, The undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
Absolutely.
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of Draugen,
Absolutely
the
cursed
reanimated
treasure.
corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the black seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester, but instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed,
I hate it.
and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice.
I feel like I
Draugen
would be
has the
too.
power to enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared, though someone close to you. That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Me fucking too,
Do
Croisy.
you think Draugen took our boat? Maybe he's out there, on the fjord, waiting for nightfall so he can return to shore.
No.
And your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you. That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Ish. Ish. Yikey, yikey, yikeys.
She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
God, Lissie's great. Lissie tells...
Ruth never finished this. What does that
Hey.
spell? F-O-R-B.
For Banelson. The curse.
Who's that
Hey.
figure supposed to be? It's creepy. It looks a bit like the Draugen in her book.
A figment of her imagination. But the box she drew. It looks like this box under her desk.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out.
Cursed treasure inside.
What is
Oh,
this?
it's like the pin.
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. Well, they belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin! On the doll!
This is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
I wonder if it was the dad, or possibly the dad put the cousin up to it.
There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
She didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic
This
events.
is what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and...
Hey!
Bell?
Church bell. Someone's here. Maybe Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We should be careful.
I told you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
Hey, it's me. I'm here to say I don't like that. I keep expecting stuff to have changed, or like stuff to have shifted, or anything really. Same, me too-y. Also, I'm here to say that I'm really regretting not buying the soundtrack. This soundtrack is fucking incredible. It absolutely does. Okay, I'm going to stop drawing for now, but just wanted to be quiet for a bit and turn the audio up. So yeah. That ghost is still- Jesus, that goat is still there. Okay, we're gonna go along this way. I am absolutely loving it, I have to say. I'm really, really. Gonna take a break to draw again, but I'm just constantly stunned by how, like, it's just incredible. I mean, if the goat talks in riddles, I might have a slightly better time because, okay, admittedly my track record with riddles ain't great, but, you know, it's not... I am as well, especially as this has given me flashbacks to one of the games that I played for Halloween last year. But I'm sure nothing can go wrong. Lissie is catching up with us. She's staying at the house.
Alice!
God, how'd she hear me from fucking here? Let's see.
July 24th. Memorial service.
Definitely naughty.
Commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
It's the fact that they're saying accident at the mine this past summer.
All these fresh graves. Do you think that maybe
No.
Betty...
I'd know.
But
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I, we have a bond.
God, Edward, your obsession with her is really starting to grate.
I'm glad she agrees. Because to me, it makes me think that that's intentional.
No one's touched these since yesterday.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Can you peek through the boards?
I can, but not really enough to see much.
See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
Hello?
Really?
I heard the bell!
Oh, this is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Sheesh.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. Didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet.
It really, really has.
Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister, Elizabeth.
Stop shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that.
Assuming.
What's this rope for?
The bell.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you. It's ghosts! So what happened to the Hunchback of Grovik?
They must be here still. There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
A church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. I mean... I don't know. Maybe it was the wind. There's no one here. Lissie. Look. Betty's gloves.
Okay, I was wrong
They are
about...
definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day she... She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves. Her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a lab.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill.
Red thread. A Lamau. Good reference. Nice bit of self-referential humor there. It really looks
What happened
like...
here?
The sign on the door. God is not here.
Somebody went to fucking town.
Faith is challenged.
Pardon me.
The church book, a record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
One hopes.
And, Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Her name would be in the book.
Again, one hopes. That does depend on them keeping records.
Vandals. They tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look.
Oh, okay. Right, I'll look there in a second.
Considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it.
Love this.
This was an act of desperation. And
So
anger.
gorgeous. Okay.
How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me.
There's one there. I need to go.
Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are. Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Heretic. I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times. It's an important, for he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Olden English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes. Found another one. You get it.
What are you doing? We're in a church.
Thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
Anything here?
What's
Sermon.
The last sermon that was held here.
that? What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune.
The treasure, presumably.
Tilly Verandre.
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly, but I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us. It sounds like Grovik was split in two.
Seems
Between
like it.
those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
The sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements.
I wonder if, because Margaret, Frederick's wife, passed, so I wonder if maybe he blamed Johann for some reason. Okay, here's the...
Just one more page missing.
I've no doubt it will be the key page? Not fucking here is where it isn't.
Where are you going?
Oops.
Where are you going?
Okay, so it must still be in here. One beneath, maybe? Nope, that's...
They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it. This was an act of desperation and anger.
Mm. Wonder.
I don't like that sound. Please stop.
Sorry, Lissie.
Stop it.
What the hell is it?
Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
It's not tucked in there, which is other thought. Could be around this way. I can't see anything. If you did, and I just didn't notice because I'm an idiot, I will walk into the ocean. The candle there. It's too late, Cloisy. I'm already there. Could have fallen under perhaps, but I can't. Thing that I keep thinking is there, but it's a candle. I'm gonna keep pulling this, I think, until.
Stop it.
Sorry, Lissie. Not sure if this is doing anything, but. Oh boy. Oh, I feel super dumb now. Is it here near the back? Oh, those are all candles. Hey, Closey. I thought it would be up that way as. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god.
2 for 2.
Thank you, Closey.
Good job, Teddy. Old
Stop,
bean.
Lissie. This is not a game.
Oh, I feel so dumb.
Betty's out there.
Of horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn.
Closey too good at this game.
Shut up about your precious Betty. Put those pages back in the book, and I'll stop trying to cheer you up.
God, I feel stupid. Lissie is honestly the best.
This book goes back years. It lists
Pardon me.
births and deaths. Here's the 3rd Fretland brother. The one who died in a cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
Maybe. Oops.
Look here. Ruth
Well.
Elsa Fretland. She was buried in the cemetery. And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh, that's dreadful.
He drowned the day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Yep.
Who killed him? Ruth's father? Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say.
What do all
After
these
the
ones
children.
say?
A half-dozen deaths in a single week.
The curse.
It's listed as the cause for every single death.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something
What
changed
does it say
after
there?
Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. Fredder.
Traitor.
What does the question mark word say?
Edward? What's wrong?
The final entry. There's no name. Alice, what if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty,
It doesn't mean she's...
she's not dead. She can't be. I know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Teddy? Where are you going? Don't leave me! Edward!
You'd better not be here, Betty. I'll never forgive you.
Which one? This one presumes?
This one. It's...
No, you idiot.
What are you doing? Have you gone completely mad?
Absolutely yes.
Edward, stop it!
Oh no.
Thank God. It's not her. It's not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You're a monster.
But I had to be sure. If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister like
Or
that.
what? Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire life chasing her. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just... leave me be.
Fine.
Lissie? Please, come back. I need you. Lissie, where are you? I was afraid you'd left me. Now listen to me. No!
What? I wanted to read. I mean, I'd suspect it, but what? Yeah.
Lissie. Lissie. Alice? Hey. Alice. Please.
Please.
Lissie, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Of course you did. Everything's always about Betty. Betty, Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Don't.
Okay.
You have to be alone.
Take care. This is really... I'm so mad I have work tomorrow because I just want to keep streaming this. Oh god, this is brilliant. Really, really love this.
Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet, your little plaything? Well,
Fucked that one up.
You, Edward Charles Harden. I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase.
Now, be reasonable.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably do a slightly longer stream tomorrow to try and finish it.
No, no! No, no! What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago.
No!
Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate us.
Now listen to me. Please, listen. Hear me out. Don't do this. You can't do this to me. I need you. I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't, please, don't, no, 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 no!
Oh!
No!
No. Absolutely categorically not.
Oh, Alice. What have you done? Please, be all right. Please, don't.
You make me sick, Edward.
What?
Your mother and father would be ashamed. Elizabeth would be ashamed. They did not think you deserved their love, so they abandoned you.
Don't.
Oh.
Oh, my child. We are all that you have, and we love you.
Don't
we
like
are
it.
here. With us, you are never alone. Do not forget.
No, never. Never. I never forget. I am never alone.
Well, I suppose that answers that question.
Wake up, Edward. Stop hiding. Without us, you are nothing. You cannot hide from us.
Where's Lissie?
Alice is not here.
Bring her back. Please. I need her.
Alice does not love Elizabeth like you do.
She loves me.
Not like I do, Edward.
I'm so tired. Please.
What do you want?
I think of you so often. You have no idea.
You just want me to forgive you so that we can keep looking for your precious, perfect Betty.
She needs us.
She never needed you, Teddy Bear. And she certainly doesn't need us.
I can't find her on my own.
Well, it's just too bad, my darling Edward. Because we're done playing second fiddle to little sis.
Wait, don't go. I'm talking to you, Lissie. Oh.
Okay, guys. It is slightly before 11, but nonetheless, I am going to end stream off here. Because I think this is a good story break, in my opinion. And also, even though I've not been speaking a huge amount this stream, my voice nonetheless really fucking hurts. So I need to make a tea and take a break. I will be streaming more of this tomorrow. I think I'm actually going to start at 8. It might either be 8 or 8:30, but I will update in Discord and on Twitter. With updates on this. I'm going to be finishing it off tomorrow. I'm very excited. I am loving this so far. Really, really, really good. Really good, creepy, and unnerving, but not aside from that one time, not reliant on jump scares, but rather reliant on what we see now, the knowledge that you're the world, unreliable narrator. That's the word I'm looking for. Really, really good. There won't be any streams this weekend, I'm afraid. On Saturday, I'll be in London seeing Muse, which I'm very excited for, if you guys didn't know. And then on Sunday, I'm not going to be streaming, because even though I do get home before I would be streaming, I've been with my family, and then I'm travelling, and I'll be really tired, so I'm just taking the weekend off. So next Tuesday will be more Final Fantasy XIV, where we'll be continuing the sort of wind up to Shadowbringers with some more grinding out full gear. And then next Thursday, we'll see. But for now, thank you for watching, everyone. I very much appreciate it. More than I can ever say. I really hope that you've been enjoying stream so far. I am loving this game. So please look forward to tomorrow. I'm just going to see if anyone is live whom we can go and raid. Okay, you know what? I am just going to let my auto host kick in. I think that's the best option. So, thank you for watching, everyone. I very much appreciate it. I changed my mind, by the way. We're not going to let auto host kick in. We're going to go ahead and for a complete story pace, finally loaded through. We are going to go raid. Let's go raid Nightbites, who is a good friend met at TwitchCon. Is currently playing Overwatch with Hint Plays, so that'll be a massive change of pace. So if you want to participate in the raid, please copy and paste the raid text, which will have just appeared in chat, and I will get that sorted as soon as my computer stops being crappy, which is a big if. So if you want to participate in the raid, please copy and paste the text that will have just appeared in chat. Thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it more than I can ever say, and I will see you guys tomorrow at possibly 8 o'clock or possibly 8:30.